more freedom on the road. Courtyard, it's a new stay.
I'm a friend of Santa's, and he sent me here to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, come in, have a seat. You must be exhausted coming all the way from Texas.
Maybe that works for Halloween, right? But not Christmas. Classic scene from Friends, the NBC hit. Police in Peoria, state of Illinois, have a new crime-fighting tool. They call it their own Armadillo. It's actually a Brinks armored car that's been reworked with cameras, and the idea for police is to park it in a crime-ridden hotspot, and police claim it's working, chasing the bad guys out. On the phone is the police chief, Stephen Settingsgard. Chief, good morning.
Good morning.
When our viewers will see this on the screen, they'll see it in a moment here. I mean, this Brinks armored truck here that you'll park once, I guess, you get a phone call, right? I mean, what qualifies for parking the Armadillo in a neighborhood?
Well, usually it's some kind of a nuisance property, one of those houses that generates a lot of chaos, and many times drug dealing going on or drug use going on, and multiple neighbors have been complaining over a period of time about all of the disorder that goes on that affects their neighborhood.
Well, you got the idea from a woman by the name of Mary Smith. 2:30 in the morning, she called you up. She said, "I need relief from my neighbors' incessant yelling." And what did you do?
Well, that was one of the instances that we had, and that had been a long-term problem. This is never used when it's just one-time complaint. But this individual had been having trouble with this property, and other neighbors in the same neighborhood had trouble as well. We get a complaint like that it's just constant chaos and constant disorder and disruption. And typical police methods haven't really been effective for us in many of those cases. So what we developed is the Armadillo, and we bring that truck out and we park it in front of that particular property that causes the problem. And the experience we're having so far has been wonderful. That those properties get quiet instantly.
Mm-hmm. They do. So they react to it.
They do. We've pulled the truck up, and within days have had people move out because they were embarrassed. We've had problem landlords that finally decided to evict bad tenants. There's been a multitude of ways that it's provided relief, at least temporary relief.
Well, I'm reading where you say the truck is meant to be obnoxious and cause shame. That it is. You also say the ugliness of the truck is what it makes so unique.
It catches everybody's attention.
Yeah, 3 years ago you parked a police car outside of a suspect's house. 24 hours later, all the windows were smashed, the tires were flat, and the body was dented. And it was an embarrassment to your force, wasn't it? So then you went looking for another idea. Now you have 5 infrared surveillance cameras, a padlocked hood, a locked gas cap, and protective screens over the head and taillights. Is anybody messing with Armadillo, Chief?
It's been out almost 2 years, and it's not been touched. So we've been pleased with that, and I'm a little surprised, actually, but we're pleased that I guess the cameras, I think, are protecting it to some degree. And there are times when we actually keep a police officer inside of it. So I think the people outside don't ever really know whether or not it's safe to approach the truck.
Well, that's interesting. So you've had trouble with crime, right? The economy's taken a bit of a dip, and the crime's gone up as a consequence. You think it's working? I imagine you're going to still be doing it around town, but what are the neighbors saying?
I think it works. It works for a small particular area, and it works on a specific problem. It's not really intended to change the crime pattern citywide, but it provides relief for those folks who have had this terrible house on their block, and they don't know what to do with it, and we struggle with it, and they just can't find peace and quiet. And again, many times even drug dealing, it shuts the drug dealing down, at least while the truck is there and for some time after, and in many cases it shut it down completely.
Wow. Hey, Chief. Points for creativity. Well done.
Sometimes you get lucky.
Hey, man, if it plays in Peoria, you never know. Thank you, Chief. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right.